Barigani, Induga Nadada. This is your Induga Abu Amin Ra, asking for your favor in providing me and allowing me to utilize about 5 minutes of your space. Now, brothers and sisters, I need to talk to you about something that's very important to us. It questions whether we survive the current onslaught on our people by the Caucasians and others, or whether we shall survive into the future as a glorious and thriving people. Now, brothers and sisters, there's a process that's been moving us along, and it was a process started by the Caucasians to instill inferiority and divisiveness in us, within us, and between us. Listen, my brothers and sisters. The first victory over the Caucasians and their descendants against us was at Carthage. They defeated General Hannibal and overthrew his armies and the nation. Then came the Arabs. They instilled fear in us. They beat us. They castrated us, and they made our women concubines. Then came the Caucasian. He beat us. He killed us. He raped our women. And he controlled us by dividing us into 2 factions. Faction 1, the house slaves. Faction number 2, the field slave. The house slave and the field slave were indicative and image only as the true classes within the capitalist system. The ruling class and the subjected class. But it ends right there. For my brothers and sisters, my Nduga Nadada, they had us falling for all kinds of jive, and anything that would divide us, we would latch onto it and utilize it, down to the present day, when we have my Ndugas and my Dadas claiming every kind of heritage, every kind of race, every kind of nationality, but the African nationality. Some of us divide ourselves from the others by calling ourselves Egyptians. Others separate themselves and call divisiveness between us by calling themselves Moors. Still others of us separate ourselves and consider ourselves better than the others by calling ourselves the children of Israel. Others of us call ourselves Christians and Muslims and the like. And all of this may be true, and I'm not here to struggle against them today or speak against them. And I'm going to ask you, in the words of our Saint Malcolm X, who said we had to come together and unite as one, and we need to come together in a global conference that's held throughout the world. But when we come to this conference, we need to use that Egyptian culture at the front door. We need to leave all those other cultures, Nuwapian, children of Israel, Jews, Gentiles, however we may be defining ourselves and further separating ourselves from one another, leave all of that stuff at the door and come into the conference room and lock the doors and never mention our religions of our culture or our revolutionary theories, as long as we are having this meeting, this get-together, this rebinding, this showing of our love for one another, that's realizing we are one people and united, we can control and rule the world once again. My brothers and sisters, let's get together, but let's leave all that divisiveness outside. Nobody needs to hear it but you right now. We need to come together and unite on what we can and build a strong organization so that we can withstand the onslaughts of our enemies and arise in victory over them. So come on now, let's get together. Let's come together as black African men and women from the West Coast to the East Coast to the southern boundaries. My brothers and sisters, we can do this. Let's get rid of our egos. Let's get rid of that part of us that wants to be like the enemy, who loves the enemy, who will squeal on one another for the enemies. And let's leave all our philosophies, all our theologies, all that extra baggage we carry in our mental realm that causes nothing but division between us. My brothers and sisters, St. Malcolm has told us how to do it. Get rid of that stuff that causes divisiveness and come together and unite on a program that's based in Pan-Africanism, a struggle for global African liberation. You understand, my brothers and sisters? If you do, once again, peace and hotep to you, my Induga na Dada.